My name is Mac. I live here in Ashland, and obviously I go to Ashland High School. My summer plans is I'm going to be working on a wreckage crew, diving down off the coast of Hawaii and plundering, looking for any resellable materials that usually fall off boats or any sunken, I wouldn't say treasure, but valuable metals, things of that such. Recently, since we are in sort of a depression, frugality does abound, and since we are a mostly tourist-supported town with less tourism, we're going to suffer from that. I know housing prices have decreased drastically, so anyone who's living in Ashland and trying to sell their house is going to have a lot of trouble. Also, rent has gone down a lot, so people trying to rent out their houses is just... we're still pretty opulent overall, but general property tax and other sources of income that we would be getting from housing is going to decrease a lot. In decision making, generally we're pretty centralized to the high school. We have a lot of privileges here and we get to voice our opinion pretty openly. Ashland as a community, we make up a very small percentage, and generally we don't have a lot of voice. It's mainly homeowners and I wouldn't say the more elderly of the population, but generally it's 50 and up that are making the majority of the decisions, which I have to say has probably been for the best. Ashland's a really nice place. Sustainability, using renewable resources, that's generally when it's used up. Something where there isn't going to be a lot of new innovation all the time, it can sustain itself for a long time. Green to me is generally low CO2 emissions, anything that's healthy for the environment, for the planet. That's it. My vision for Oregon is pretty good. Generally, we have a green movement more than when you say mid-states. We've signed the Kyoto Treaty. We're moving in that direction. I do perceive that we've always been really open to community projects, but never any mass infrastructural development. And I'm kind of concerned that the trend that we're going on, we're going to have greater and greater unemployment, even if the recession kind of wavers overall. We just, in Ashland, we only have two industries. We have the peanut factory, and we have some people working for OSF, and that's pretty much the only homegrown economic, outlets that we have. Everything else is pretty much waning. To that, I feel since there is a lot of money coming from the stimulus package, Ashland could be a hub for green technologies. Just about a year ago, I forget his name, I think it's David Schweimer. He opened up a electric motorcycle factory just up the street, and I feel if we have more innovations like that, just more, since Ashland would be willing to spend community money to develop projects for green energies, more solar panels out in the hills, or just growing crops or biofuels, anything that such. I feel that's where we'll ultimately head, since we can't be continuously sustained by tourism, especially in our current times. My personal goal is, whenever you get the chance, help out, join community projects. They're everywhere, and if you just go, voice your opinion, and do whatever you can, that will help them a lot. Mostly, Oregon has a pretty okay college rate, but it should be a lot better. Kids need to stay in school, join colleges that have really good science programs, especially in alternative energies, other things that could help Oregon and help the environment. And if we put our energies towards further education, then in the future, when it's our turn to help out, we can do that. So basically, getting involved in the community and getting a better education for ourselves. I do love Oregon. It's a great state, and it provides a lot of opportunities for its youth.